Oh man, let me where looking for this. Bear with me as we gotta plug this in as my battery's getting low. I want to spend a few minutes. I want to talk about something really quick. I apologize. I should have done this, I guess, before I went live, but I'm in a bit of a rush, so I want to address something I think is kind of exciting. I think it's kind of exciting, and this is going to be a live feed, and so you guys miss it. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time kind of repeating myself, but while people are jumping in, let me pull this up so I can read some comments here, and then we'll be brief. I think it's exciting. Anytime there's new growth, new opportunities for those in our industry, I think it's really exciting. Hey, Buckwild, how are you, man? And I think what we've seen in the last year within our industry has been just that. It's been a good opportunity for those to grow, to improve their business, change how they look at things, and look at new opportunities. And I think that's this video is going to be just kind of a brief example of that. And there is clickbait. There is clickbait to this video to some degree. And I say to some degree because, over the past year since I've been on and off of YouTube, so many people sort of look at this industry in really two parts, right? Those that drive and then those that are in the office. And those that are in the office are oftentimes chastised and called those that are in the regime. I know SoCal, he and I talked, I don't know, it's been a couple weeks back about this particular topic, and I'm glad to see that it's coming, I'm not going to say coming to fruition, but it's moving forward to that. I think it's exciting. So for those that maybe didn't catch his video, his live feed earlier today about his potential partnership of sorts with Traveloco, I think it's really exciting. And I think it's exciting because it represents an opportunity for a lot of individuals over the past several months have asked me if we have flatbed, opportunities and things of that nature, and we don't. That's not a direction that we see ourselves going towards, again, because of our core business. And I think that's a key component. I think a lot of people tend to lose sight oftentimes of what's core to their business. Traveloco, Eddie and those guys have, Eddie and SoCal have had some conversation about partnering together to create a flatbed division. And I think this is really exciting news because I know that there are a lot of individuals that are pretty passionate about flatbed, but they're looking for opportunities at a good company that will take care of drivers and give them opportunities to grow and move up, right, in their business. And we, I spoke to Eddie a few times. We use a fair number of Traveloco drivers over the year for our flower seasons, and we've always had exceptional results from the Traveloco drivers. It's a partnership that personally, I say partnership, maybe it's I don't know, I guess I view it as a partnership from Bella Flora with Traveloco. I think I don't have a single bad thing to say about Traveloco. I think from the drivers that I speak with, it sounds like the ownership at Traveloco, Eddie and Vanessa, take exceptionally good care of their drivers. I'm sure that they are not perfect. Nobody is. I think that's one of the things that differentiates really good companies is when mistakes are made, they go out of their way to do the very best to do right by the driver. Again, that's just the opinion that I have on Traveloco. I think this flatbed opportunity is a really good next step for those that are looking to make that transition. And so, I forget, I don't know, SoCal's in here. SoCal, maybe put that web address, because I didn't write it down, and I'm sure I'll butcher it. If there are people that are interested in joining or having some conversations about this new opportunity, then I'll post that link to Traveloka. I think you said it was traveloka.com/apply. I think is what it was. Yeah, there it is. traveloka.com/apply. And kind of mention specifically in there that you are interested in just having some conversations about the flatbed division. Again, I think it's a really good opportunity, good next step for some growth. And I think, certainly SoCal has a fair amount of experience in that particular space, also kind of dealing with the ports. So I just think there's some unique opportunities as opposed to a lot of the typical dry van reefer type of stuff that we often hear about, or the other stuff that we often hear about, which is flatbed. But some of these companies are taking some pretty ridiculous percentages, not taking good care of drivers and that sort of stuff. And so for those that are just listening, SoCal is saying all states, not just California, which is good because I think that would be kind of a deal killer. But that's a good opportunity. So for those that are interested in flatbed, go to Traveloka's website or go check out SoCal's recent video. I think it was up today, and I don't even know what it was. I could probably find it out, but it was a video posted today, and today is May 3rd. So check that out. Ike says, who knows, maybe we can get some Traveloka flatbed drivers to haul some flowers. Maybe, that could be interesting. Flatbed drivers are typically not afraid of work. So that could be a good thing. Let's see, is there training for guys that want to go? Hey, I'm glad you asked that, Ratek. Let's see, his question is, will there be training for guys that want to go to flatbed? What I heard this morning, and this is fact, you can go check this out in the video. What I heard this morning was SoCal specifically stated that he would get on an airplane, fly out, and train these individuals himself. Now, that is not clickbait. He said it verbatim. It's on his video. So I'm just saying, I'm going to hold him to that. And I think everybody that watches this video should hold him to that as well. Rick, be careful what you say. For those that are curious, my interior decorating is going fantastically well. That is not the truth. In fact, I still have just as many boxes in this office as I did the last time I did a video. It is spring season, and there's not much time for that sort of stuff. But I think that Rick and Traveloka are taking the time to make a really serious push at this. Oh wait, so what does SoCal say? I can fly out if there is a group of guys. I don't remember you saying that there needed to be a group of guys. I'll have to go back and check the video, but it sounds like he's starting to waffle on this. But in all honesty, I'm sure that they probably have thought through that or are thinking through how to achieve that. So there's that. Keith James, sorry you're late. That's okay. This is going to be pretty short and sweet. I talked to SoCal a few weeks ago about this opportunity with kind of him. And I'm not sure what the right term is. I'll use the term partnership. I don't know if that's the right word. Forgive me if it's not. But in essence, they're looking to create a flatbed division, and I think that's really cool. So SoCal now says a group is 2 people or more. So if you're a single person and there's nobody else in your region, I would say get a dog, and that would quantify, I think, as 2 or more. I'm sure Eddie would agree with me. I'm kidding. I'm not going to speak on behalf of Eddie. Let's see. US88, Bellflower, and Traveloka team trying to help each other by joining forces. I don't see that, but what I do know is that what I will say about Eddie is that he has been more than helpful. I would say that we spoke, I don't know, a handful of times on the phone, and he's always been more than willing to help. We've had good dialogue. I think a lot about his company, his drivers. I think a lot about Eddie for the little bit that I know him. I don't have a single bad thing. I think some of the conversations that we've had have been deeper than just high-level business kind of talks, but more along the vein of what is important for how he wants to treat his company and his drivers. And when you start to have those conversations, in my opinion, he said a lot of the things that I think we could use a whole lot more in this industry, which is genuinely, you know, I say a lot, I mean, we try to hire people that give a shit. That's one of the things that we sort of look for. That's just that inherent, do they care, right? Or are they just looking to try to milk us for everything that they can and add little value? And in my opinion, you know, Eddie and those guys are certainly those that fall into that. They give a shit a lot about what they're trying to do, what they're trying to grow. And like I said, my personal opinion is we could use a lot more of that in this industry. I did make fun of SoCal this morning before I was only on his live feed for just a few minutes, but I said I think it's great that he's going to be what I was venturing into, you know, this side of the steering wheel. I did remind him that there's a trademark on that phrase, so he'll have to shoot me some money every time he chooses to use that. He's still going to be in the truck and he's still going to be driving all that sort of stuff. I think it's more somewhat of a I'm not going to say advisory role, that sort of stuff, but he's going to have a pretty important role. And I think there's a lot of value. I know we personally, I've seen it. Anytime you have good relationships, good feedback from those that are on your side of the steering wheel, that makes our job easier. I know Howard has a lot of experience from, you know, driving trucks and brings that into the office. It just is really invaluable. And I think Rick will add a lot of value to that. Again, I'm choosing the word partnership, and I don't know if that's the right word, but I think it's good. A fleet is 2, a group is 2. All right, I mean, you know, that's fine if that's the stance you want to take. Let's see. Yeah. Greg, I just saw your comment. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. My plan is relative to the golf trophies. I know actually who that troll was with trucking execs missing trophies. All the trophies are still right there in that same box, and that's probably where they're going to stay. I don't know what I'm going to do in here for shelving and stuff, but I think the golf trophies can stay hidden. But with that being said, go check out SoCal's video, SoCal Trucker. And there's some good information there. Reach out to Traveloco if you are interested in some of the flatbed opportunities and having that conversation. I think they mentioned a pretty big number. I think the number I heard, Rick, was you guys are looking for 20 individuals. I was going to apply, but then I thought they might not hire me, so I thought I'd just save everybody the pain. So, for those that are on my channel that maybe aren't familiar with SoCal, I think his channel has a lot of really good advice, especially for owner operators and lease operators. And so for those that have asked and inquired in the past about flatbed or step deck, things of that nature here, that's not something that we intend to offer anytime in the near future. But I think it's great that SoCal and Traveloco are working together to offer that. So that's what I got. Let me try to answer a couple. Yukon's back. Our lease plan. I'm gonna have some announcements on that soon. So stay tuned. Well, here's what I will say for us: the next 4 or 5 weeks are going to be a little bit ridiculous, but I would say really soon look for some interesting news for those that are interested in the lease op stuff from us. Rodtech says he doesn't want to derail the conversation, which means he's about to derail the conversation. But before you leave, can you touch on why Belflor doesn't have more direct customers? I can touch on that, you bet. So we have had some direct customers in the past, and quite frankly, with our model, we have to take care of what is most important for us, and that is our core business, which is the greenhouse side of things. And so when it comes to direct customers, quite frankly, we have just not been able to fulfill our commitment, either the commitment that the direct customers would like to see, more of our drivers hauling more of their freight, which is tough when we have a lot of our freight. And because our freight is highly, I'll say sporadic, meaning we will use our drivers to move our freight for 4 months out of the year from spring. Then we'll run OTR for a little bit, then another couple months of flowers, a little bit more of OTR, another month of flowers, and then about 3 months of OTR. And then we repeat that cycle all over again. So that inconsistency makes it difficult. It sort of leads me to us failing to deliver on some of our commitments to deliver the quantity of loads that a lot of these carriers would like for us to deliver. We're really fortunate in that it's very rare that someone has anything negative to say about our drivers. In fact, I mean, we typically get a lot of just praises for how well they communicate the job that they do, those sorts of things. When we go forward with the lease op, I certainly anticipate that as we go through that growth, we'll be able to attract more direct customers. We'll have more trucks that we can meet those expectations and, quite frankly, deliver on doing a better job for those guys. So hope that helps. Swift is killing Caslin with their dispatch crap. Well, with as much freight as there is now, it shouldn't be that bad. So look, this video is already over 16 minutes. I want to wrap it up really quickly. I may try to do something else tonight, but we're sort of in the throes of a whole lot of work. I just want to take a few minutes and kind of put this out there. I've had a lot of people inquire to me specifically about flatbed. I think this is a great opportunity for those that are interested in that. At least reach out to Traveloco or connect with SoCal. He's on Facebook. He has obviously a YouTube channel, and he's pretty easily to reach out. Same goes for Traveloco. Eddie is incredibly excited. Are running miles. Stay safe. Take care.